Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Yes, we are fresh and happy to answer your questions. And thank you so much for showing up with us. Thank you for sending your donations and best wishes to my husband and for your comments, for everything. Without you, we wouldn't be here.
Well, she would still be here.
Yeah, because I'm stuck in this house.
No.
So I'm ready to answer some questions.
And this is for entertainment only.
Yeah, and I had a question. Julie Worcester, I don't understand why you are putting time limits on my shows. I'm a busy woman, believe it or not. I'm busy. After this, I'm going to work.
She works 6 days a week at the store again.
Well, not all the time, but because we have to take these moments off to close the store, to go to the doctor next week. But it is that
you are busy.
I'm busy, and then after work I'm doing readings, so I will be busy till 8:30. Please forgive me, but 45 minutes I think it is okay that I will be dedicated. And then on my device that I'm using to record myself, it had to, sometimes it stopped after 17 minutes and sometimes after 30 minutes. And it's not that it's stopping and not showing me that it stopped and starting all over. No, it's stopped and going further. So I can't really figure out until I will catch it on time that it's saying it can be safe, the record.
You do what you can.
So
we appreciate that.
Last time I was lucky to go 30 minutes and it stopped, but I was just saying goodbye. Okay, I like 7 sweet, salty 11. That's my favorite number. Linda B. Craft, Jenna F., Janice, and Debbie, Group 66 from... Tell me, from Holland or Belgium? I think Belgium, but I might be wrong. Frida. And I told you why I'm mixing those two countries, so I'm not going to repeat myself.
And hello, Constance Campbell.
Michelle Hunter, Zeraova.
Libra Lady. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. And I was shuffling the cards. I was not wasting my time. Okay, I'm ready to answer your questions.
Now, just a reminder, yes, a lot of questions are posed that are political, but they don't have to be political. You know, try to, again, she would like to stay out of Canadian politics because she gets people coming to the store who disagree with her. And so she does not want to delve too much into that one. But any other, you know, in the realm,
thank you,
that would be welcomed. It doesn't have to be just political, although the politics are amazing right now. Craig Dixon is asking, is Lindsey Graham looking for a new daddy? So humor starts the morning.
Are you offering him that service? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. This is entertainment only. But 3 cards, please.
1, 2, 3. I don't even want to know the image.
It is that he wants to cover himself after someone who is strong, and like the kids, you know, pretending, walking behind each other and bending and being very close to the bum with his nose. So yes, you are correct. He is trying to find a new daddy. He's crying. Well, he lost John McCain. And then he was sunshine for Trump. Now he has some dreams to follow, so he is looking for a new daddy.
Probably doesn't appreciate that he's being called into Georgia's business. The next one is Zeraova. I have questions about food and medication shortage in the U.S. in 2023.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It's not only in USA. We have so many empty shelves in our store.
Well, I know that they brought in children's Tylenol. I guess there was a shortage on that.
Well, I was looking for the small aspirin tablets because it's good to have the 82 milligrams in case to put under tank, 2 of them. So I like to have them. And I was looking empty shelves for Thailand, painkillers, everything. And then I'm looking, my husband can't find his drinks, boosters. 2 weeks on the road. So it's everywhere that the shortages are, not on the food store. I didn't see too much on the food store, but prices, oh gosh.
Yeah.
There is some problem. We don't know exactly, but it can be related to China or the way they are dealing with India, because that's where they get most the medications from. We have to be healthy. We have to do some magic for ourselves to balance our diets and so on. Eventually, I think everything will come to this. They will be able to figure out how to fulfill our expectations. But it's not only at your place.
Jana F. is asking, what will the relationship between the U.S. and Europe look like in the future?
Okay. And I will come back because I think you sent me about the new Prime Minister in England.
The UK and the European Union.
And he said that he is not going for UN.
The European Union.
But no, I will just answer that one. And I saw like a playing game of being dead, because when they are recording you on a movie, we're just playing to laying down on the ground and being killed. I think that will eventually come back, but right now he said he's not going to do so. They are playing that right now.
That's between the European Union. What about the United States, Biden's, or even any presidents going forward? How will they be reacting or interacting with European countries?
Okay, 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
They will be able to trade, they will be able to negotiate. Biden is good at that. He is very good. It will make them stronger and us and North America stronger. Some secrets will be coming out, but what you put, you will receive. So it is like giving and taking. Angel of Justice is the angel of fairness to let you give and be able to take it back.
Gino is asking, who is Jack Smith going to indict?
But I saw that someone was asking who is Jack Smith. That would be a good start, because when I look at him, I thought, I would be afraid of him as if he was.
Well, his beard now makes him look scary.
Yeah, if I will be he will be my boss. I will be walking on the tippy toes. And there was time that I had 7 bosses, and I was fine. But none of them look so. So he will be a very strong, extremely strong in ordering people what to do.
Yeah, and Jack Smith has just been appointed as special counsel.
Oh, yeah. Because
and he's looking into the stolen Mar-a-Lago documents, and also anyone who is connected with the January 6th.
And it is like, I'm not saying that he's a bad guy, but if he would be playing role, for the movie, they would put him in the role for someone who is not.
Who you'd be scared of.
Yeah, to be scared of. I'm not saying anything about his character, but if you will have to place him in the movie, you wouldn't place him. I think sometimes Merrick Garland needs someone like him. That is,
who can take charge.
He would take charges even above the Garland, and that's what would be good. And what was the second question? How he will run?
Who's he going to indict?
Oh, who is he going to indirect? 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. I don't know how they collect apples now, but when I was going to my grandfather's place, we were living in, he had a little log house for me and my cousin in the, not only for us, but for the visitors, in his huge garden. And there was apple trees. You can pick up the apple through the window. We were in the morning too lazy to get out, so we were eating apples in the morning because we were getting up around noon. And then but when there was a harvest for the apples, you would stand up under the tree and give a good push, and all the apples will be falling down. So the harvest will be really strong.
Thank you very much,
Giovanna. Thank you so much. The Domenics, thank you. It is very appreciated. And that's, I think, when he was started shaking, all the apples will be falling. He will be very bossy, but I think even the big boss, orange boss, will, I never used that one, but it is looking very orangey over here. Everyone will get out of the safe cave, and he will be very cautious to do this when he is ready. So it's not too early until he will be ready.
When he's ready to go, he'll
for the
fast.
harvest, to have the harvest.
Group 66 would like, could you please see how things will go for Ukraine in the springtime next year? 1, 2, 3.
It will be hard. A lot of damage, a lot of dead people. Even they will be celebrating spring. I see still damages. People are crying. They will be happy that the spring is coming because the winter will be so harsh on them. So yes, it will be still. It's not going to be easy time. Even if they will win, I see people feeling very. Angel of Security will help them. They will be happy, and it will be a good harvest. But it will be a lot of price that they will pay. So much price to win the situation. I think the same way will be on side of Putin, because they will have to go through the harsh winter. And today, Kiev got first snow. And believe me that the winter in Poland can be cold, and we are very close to Ukraine, so I can imagine how cold they can be. So far, it was so nice in Poland, but it's getting cold.
I know, tears came to your eyes right away when you got that vision.
And I wish I could have a really nice sunny vision and so on. The weather will be better in the spring, but there will be even floods, and it will be harsh on them.
A follow-up question, will the war be over? 1.
It's from you.
2, 3.
Yeah, but the country will be in ruins. I see the ruins in the country. And I grew up on the ruins of my city, and I never even, as a kid, you take as it is.
Well, you had bombs stuck in the ceiling of your bedroom.
Yeah, but it was So when you are growing up with, houses, the next house connected to us, it was villa, huge villa, 3 floors, and our house was 3 floors. It was completely destroyed. It is sand, it is because of the war, and then there was a big hole in the ground, so the other villa was completely destroyed. And as a kid, you are just going and playing and looking for treasures in those places that you shouldn't be. But that's the normality of living in those countries. So it will be like that for them. They will have to rebuild everything and look for whatever they can dissolve so they can build, or even they can put as a fire.
But the blessing is the war will be over.
Yes, Queen of Love, so health and healings and motherly feelings. People will be heartbroken, but they will go for new direction, starting new adventure, more spiritual, more quiet, more. I'm not saying more happy, because there is no happiness when you can't even find the transport that easy. Only few city buses will be probably going through the main streets. So everything was a problem for my parents when they didn't move right away to my city. It is that.
Zara was asking, how do we know if we've had past lives?
Well, for me, it was easy. I did past life regressions with Doreen Virtue. Wonderful. Anyone who can find this on and buy for themselves. So I don't know how because I was not searching for free, but you can probably even find out those for free, past life regressions with angels. And I was asking questions. How come, without taking any painting lessons, I was able to paint? And then that's this one in the middle, that's me. And then Mona Lisa and so on. It was puzzling to me, because when professor from the college came here to my store once, and he said, who taught you how to paint, how to mix the flesh? I said, what do you mean? I just knew it.
How to make flesh colored.
And he said, he is teaching students and he is still struggling for himself. I said, it's not that I will even consider this I'm just looking at the paints, and I know which paints I can mix to what proportions. And I told him about me being a painter in Russia, a woman painter. I said, my husband is signing big painting that I painted. It was Battle. And I'm standing in the corner and looking. I was tiny woman with black hair, short. I knew I lost a baby because I'm in the morning, so I lost a child. That much I felt. And then he's signing in front of the painting, and I'm standing in the gallery. No one is paying any attention to me. And I told this professor, and he said, it makes sense. Women were not allowed to sign it because men were the ones who were making money. Whew. That was eye-opener. I understood why I felt that way, why I was not allowed to put my name on the painting, why no one was giving me congratulations. This lifetime, I'm not as good as she was, but I'm still able to sign my name on the painting. And that was kind of feeling fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to ask yourself, when you will be doing past life regression with Doreen Virtue, I'm advising to do with her. I didn't try it anyone else.
I've tried other ones on the internet, and they work too. Yeah.
They work too.
For me.
Yes, and I went about 7 or 8 different lifetimes. But each time I ask, why can't I drink in this lifetime? Why can I be a tarot reader? Because I was a shaman in the previous lifetime. So many things that I wanted to know. I wanted to know my connection with my husband, and that was answered. So you have to go for the past life. That's my opinion. You can go and just without any questions, but I feel you have to ask, give them point of interest. Why am I here?
Well, I ask you that too.
Yeah.
I've asked you personally because you can't answer it by yourself.
Yeah.
But I can ask you. But yeah, I mean, look at the 3-year-olds that are, composing symphonies and everything. The veil is lessening. We're bringing our gifts. Like, I'm always surprised at the number of gifts that I carry this lifetime.
Yeah, and
So many options.
So many things that you can relate to, and there are good things and bad.
Mm-hmm. We have a lesson to learn.
We have to figure out why we are this lifetime like that. So yes, and 3 cards. I will see what the cards will say.
2, 3.
Angel of Security is helping us to to correct the previous mistakes that we did in the previous lives, or even to, if we were feeling that there was some injustice to us, like I felt that not being able to get applause for what I did. So to feel secure this lifetime, the security, and to be on a chariot, having respect from others, moving forward, being in control of this lifetime. So if we are listening to your past lives, that way we can be more connected with this lifetime.
Lucy Mercer is crocheting up a storm for Christmas. That's nice to know. Catherine Taylor will.
And happy Thanksgiving this week on Thursday. You will have. We had already.
We had our Thanksgiving, yeah.
My husband, what we are going to do where we are going for Thanksgiving? I said, honey, we went already to Roman and Tracy, and he said, oh yeah, but that was so long ago.
You don't need an excuse.
Yes, he would like to go again.
Catherine Taylor's asking, will Elizabeth Holmes really go to jail for 11 plus years?
This is the lady who was inventor of some blood tests, because not everyone knows, and scamming people for huge money, oh gosh, and top politicians. Top millionaires.
2, 3.
I see her being on a quiet boat for a while, so she will go. Eventually, she will educate herself even from the prison. That will not fit her, and she will be busy doing other things too. So maybe she will get out from the prison because she will be complaining how uncomfortable that is for her.
Oh, that's just a real shame.
Very young, pretty girl, and she knows how to be a nice scammer.
Bad Hair Day, thank you very much for the donation to Violetta's channel.
Oh, thank you so much.
It really, really is appreciated.
I would like to know why you use that Bad Hair Day. We all have those ones. In England, I had so many because I will wash my hair. 3 hours later, they were flat. And then I discovered when I bleach them, I can
control.
I have some control over them, but not before that. They were too greasy always and wet and.
Cole Logan is asking, do you know what happened to JFK? 1, 2, 3.
It was domestic. I wouldn't be surprised that there were Republicans involved, or maybe the mafia, but I have the feeling that it was from the left somewhere. Dysfunctional family. he was such a good worker they didn't like, so they wanted to destroy him. They were afraid of his powers.
Judith Juliet is asking, is Jack Smith going to also bring to trial international people at The Hague that have been influencing American leaders? Well, that's where he came from. He was taken off of that duty. He was prosecuting people in The Hague. 1, 2, 3.
I see a symbol of shaky tower. So there will be a lot of shaky moment. Whoever, like when he will shake that tree, people will be falling down. Like he will use his power. He will be not abusing, but using, because he will be standing for what is right. And he will have to make decisions. As long as Garland is not stopping him, he will make those good decisions, because it is like postponing. Typical thing for Garland. He doesn't like to do things
he follows rule of law.
Too slow.
Yes.
Too slow.
Will Biden, this is from Frida, will Biden administration be able to codify abortion in 2023?
What means
They want to bring the abortion so that people have a right to
have the abortion.
To have that freedom, yeah. Will Biden be able to bring that forward?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, you remember that scene when Trump was in Europe and there was leaders of different countries, and Trump went and pushed the Montenegro president.
He moved through them, yeah, with his head up high. His nose, I mean. I
think Biden will do that thing to the Supreme Court, because it is like, watch me, I'm here the boss, which will be a good sign. Yeah, he's waiting, he will let us to see different points of view why he will do it. And there will be first losses of lives, and then he will have the reason to do it. Because there will be some women who will lose lives. In Poland, the same thing is happening, and the government is keeping the muzzle because it's so religious now.
Paulette Maximum is saying Sterling says ETs will be revealed to all. What do you see?
What?
Sterling is saying that ETs will be revealed to all.
Sterling, the psychic?
Mm-hmm. 1.
I didn't watch him.
2, 3.
I have to admit to you, sometimes I thought my mom is ET. I told you that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're already here.
They are already here. She was so book smart, but she didn't fit in our society the way she should have. I'm complaining sometimes about her not being like an adult. We had to take care of her. Even she was so intelligent, she never thought that working to supply us with food was important. She was just sitting and reading books and learning about everything what was, and learning about galactics and so on. So she will be a good sample of someone who was ET. And it's fun, I'm joking, I don't have any proof. And then when she died, she came only once in the dream to me, and she was already working in some laboratory on some planet, and she told me, I gave you a gift, but I gave a good health to your brothers. And that's it. Nothing. And she started looking at her laboratory things, and who knows? And I knew, like, she was always waiting for UFO to take her out all the time, and arguing with the priest about different lifetimes and so on, that she had past lives. And the priest was telling her, lady, you are going to die and you are living in a sin. And she said, I don't care. He didn't want to come.
She's just a spirit having a
she was
human
so free,
experience.
so free spirit, and she will say, "Oh, I will pay him. He will come for a visit," because she would don't. That was the way she was dealing, and she said, I want him to believe that there are different lifetimes." So they are afraid to admit because they will be hurt. Maybe that was my mother. Okay, I can relate to that. And they will go quietly. We might not even know. I didn't even say to my brothers that because they will think that I'm cuckoo. But I told my both brothers what she said in the vision, in the dream, and none of them complained.
And also go to Alba Weinman, ALBA Weinman, WEINMANN. She takes people in past life regressions, even between lives, etc., and they tell their stories, and there's some that are really interesting. That she goes. Let me just go back to that site, Alba Weinman.
Thank you, Aptic 888. She's saying, click the link, the like button. Thank you.
I was just going to mention that too. Yeah, it is appreciated if you press the like button and share and subscribe.
And that's better for me to start existing on a better path with YouTube, because lately they are taking so many of my subscribers, and I don't see a reason.
Well, that's because all of a sudden people don't get notifications. I was cut off that for about 2 months. I had to look for you all the time. Esmeralda, what is a thumb? Sorry, doesn't know. That's the thumbs up saying that you like the video.
Under the video.
Under the video, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was interesting, people have thoughts about, with Jack Smith going after anybody who is connected to the insurrection, that if they're tied to members of Congress or the Senate, etc., like even for the House, to have them lose their positions. I looked that up, and they don't lose their positions in the House at all. They have something in their constitution where it doesn't address that. You can be in prison and still maintain your seat.
Oh, yeah. That was the question.
And you can be, indicted, convicted, anything. You can still keep your seat. But what
even from prison,
there were some from prison who were still doing their thing. Yeah. But what it is, it's up to the House and the Senate to decide if those people should be taken out of their positions. So it's not up to Jack or anybody, Jack Smith, to get them out of there. It is up to the House to decide. And we doubt very much that the present House will do that.
No,
especially if Jim Jordan is going to be in charge of the judicial part.
I will answer about him in the next video when I will do my reading about Jim Jordan.
Yeah, you will have some questions there to ask. Now, why did Kim Jong-un take his daughter to a missile launch? That was the first time she was introduced. 1, 2, 3.
Because she is, I don't think she is his daughter with the marriage. I think she's his daughter with the mistress. He has a mistress that is older than him, and he couldn't marry it. He loved her so many years. He is with her. He's cheating on his wife before and after the marriage. And that woman is big support for him. And that's the reason he was not talking about the child before, because I have the feeling that she was not from legal marriage.
Okay, what your card saying?
He wants to negotiate position for her in the future. If something will go, he wants to give her a strong status to belong to his family. And yeah, that's his fruit of his that he believes that she will be the next one.
9 Cats is asking again, don't forget to talk about UK rejoining the UE this time. You already discussed that in the last video.
On last video, and on this one, I was saying that's pretending to be dead and then standing up when you are shooting someone on a movie. That person unless it is the movie with
Yeah, the Prime Minister said he's not moving in that direction.
Yeah, but otherwise people are pretending that they are dying. So it is that it's dead, and then it will be rejuvenated again.
Weather in Red Deer is quite nice today. It's around 0.
We have a Chinook. That's what in Alberta we call the nicer weather between the very cold path of weather.
Calgary has the major hit of the Chinooks. I mean, I used to live there for a long time. We could wake up in the morning and it's freezing cold. In the afternoon, you could be wearing your shorts. It was so nice. And it's immediate.
Believe me, people wear short sleeves, short pants. Canadians are so used to the cold and hot.
We don't quite know how to dress, except when it's really a long streak of cold. Yeah. You really dress warm.
Okay.
Did you want to mention about the clothes?
Yes. On the previous video, I said that the clothes will be, and that was Valerie Rodriguez told me, wrote me this, and I know my mom was using a lot of clothes, so I was not checking that they can be dangerous. But clothes can be very poisoning. So you have to be cautious about using too many clothes. Please do research. They can make you bleed. They can cause you so many, they can be even poisonous. So make sure that you read about the clothes on the internet. They smell so nice. My mom was using always in some dishes that she was adding clothes to. She was cutting fruit, apples, and making drinks for us. Cooked the apples and we were drinking, and she was putting few cloves, and I love the smell, I love the taste, but apparently it can kill me because I have a bleeding disorder. So make sure that that's what I'm kind of recalling, the last remedy. Even if in a small amount, it's probably not going to hurt anyone. Again, I was doing reading for one lady from Taiwan, and she said that she left her cat with member of family because she was leaving for 1.5 months, and the cat became sick. Please check everyone who has rhododendron, eucalyptus, azalea, oleander, sago palm, daffodil lily,
foxglove. Well, I can't quite read all of this. Dieffenbachia, tulips, chrysanthemum, amaryllis,
lily of the valley. We were talking about this.
Yeah, I have that in my yard.
Autumn citrus, ivy,
autumn crocus,
holly,
and holly. They're different.
Different, yeah. Mistletoe. I thought that was Christmas, and poinsettia. So be prepared that those poinsettias are for Christmas and people will have that. Make sure you don't let your cats and dogs to go too close because those things are very poisonous. So I felt obligated to tell you that you will be aware when you are leaving your cat or dog, or even if you have a new poinsettia for Christmas that your dog became sick, make sure that they don't, or cats can climb everywhere. So they are harder to keep. I will give up on the poinsettia, not on the cats. So make sure that you are not letting the by mistake to harm your animal.
Just to keep track of what can cause problems if they eat it. Beth B had commented about Dr. Jason Fung in another video that she talked about an MD, a nephrologist, and proponent of fasting to reduce issues with diabetes. And it was after your comment about the keto cacao last week.
Oh.
I follow Dr. Jason Fung as well. And I have been, since my mid-40s, I went on blood pressure medication. It was a period of stress in my life, but I went on blood pressure medication and kept on it until last year. when I started to follow Dr. Jason Fung and I started to do intermittent fasting. I no longer take blood pressure medications.
And I'm not advertising about fasting. I can't fast.
No, you can't fast. But
I
I mean,
will go fasting even for a few hours in the morning for blood work and I will collapse. So I can't fast. I don't know why is that. So that's...
so just, even check out his website. He's amazing.
Make sure that you can fast,
Yeah.
because this is something that I'm afraid of doing. I never was good with fasting.
You also have a sweet tooth, so your body craves sweets, which is insulin resistance. But anyways, it made a huge difference in my life.
And Patricia Burke and other people wrote me about this ABC of diarrhea, apple. But make sure the apple is cooked or baked, because fresh apple can cause you diarrhea sometimes.
It also can plug things up a little bit too.
Yeah. And B, banana. Bananas are so good for diarrheas. And cooked carrot. Don't give because C was for carrot. Fresh carrot will cause you diarrhea. If the baby is have obstruction, shred the carrot, give them the juice if they are very little, or give them lemon with shredded carrot and some sugar. They love it. My kids will love it, that salad. And it will let them to go empty the problems, to work on the problems. So my mom's boyfriend is Polish. I hope you are doing well with her. Tell her about me. Okay, take care of yourself. And
you want to do some prayers?
I want to do the prayers.
Indonesia did you ever have that earthquake, 5.6?
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
even
there's
knew this.
quite a few people injured.
Yeah, and for Ukraine, for the freezing temperatures in the Ukraine, and they don't have heating, they don't have water, they don't have electricity. Oh gosh, it's so hard to survive. My mom was telling me that they were using hot rocks because they were living during the war. The German moved them from their home, her and her 3 brothers, because the mother died and grandfather went to Auschwitz. So the German moved her out, and they were living with the neighbors. They let them to use attic room, which was not heated. It was dark, kind of, so they had the oil lamps. And they had to use the hot rocks, not that kind, regular rocks, and put them during the day close to the stove so it will be hot, and then with the blankets, and that way they were heating the beds.
Mm-hmm.
So that way they can survive, but they have to have some access to the stove to heat the rocks during the day. And people will be resourceful, but we have to pray for them to survive, and pray for the peace on the earth. Pray for good energy that will calm the situations, and that people will be able to go with the heart, not with the hate, and not with the greediness to take someone else's land, to be nasty to each other just to show their own powers. That's so disgusting, but we have to pray that people will be nice. And for good leaders, for good providers. And
right now, even the notice just came through that Putin just attacked multiple power plants. And that Putin is moderated a little bit.
That's why. Thank you. Sending light and healing, peace and justice to the world. And justice to the world, yes. We want to send every best wishes to everyone. And I love you guys. And stay positive, stay healthy.
And remember, when we go through
Thanksgiving.
And when we go through challenging times, we come out stronger if we move in that direction, move forward, not behind and being stuck. And so look at your strengths of what you've already come through You can come through a lot.
Johnson, who?
It's Jason, Dr. Jason Fung, Fung. He's very much noted
the
for
YouTube,
diabetes.
you
He's
can
on
find.
YouTube.
Okay.
Dr. Jason Fung. Amazing.
And all the best to everyone. And we will see you on Wednesday at the same time.
And remember to post questions, because the ones in the replay, Violetta chooses from those for her Friday when she does her own.
Mm-hmm. So because the one that you were posting right now, they wouldn't be visible. So make sure that you are writing under the video again if I didn't answer something.
On the replay.
On the replay.
Thank you for joining us.
See you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shelley.
You're welcome. I love you.
Thank you. Me too. Okay. Thank you. And it was good.